Alright boys, back out here. It's Friday. I kind of just been screwing off again all week. I'm gonna push this out. I sprayed this down the other day with some of that WD-40 degreaser. I'm gonna clean this all out. I have not taken the block anywhere. I called, I don't know, 5 different engine builders. One of them didn't want anything to do with it after he heard the story. He thought it was just a can of worms. He didn't want to touch it. Another one was, he's told me about 6 months out. And the one guy told me that he wouldn't do it unless he assembled it, because he's not going to warranty his work unless he puts it back together. And I don't want to go down that route again. I'd rather just have someone do the machine work and me put it back together myself. And I called someone this morning, and they said, yeah, if you just want to drop it off, we're super busy. We can't like sit down and talk to you about every little thing that needs to be done today. We'll have to do it over the phone. I'm like, I'll just wait until I can come in there, sit down, and tell you everything I want checked, because I don't want them to miss the crack in the head. I want them to go over everything. I couldn't get anywhere this week, really. And so that's where I'm at. This definitely needs cleaned out. It's just covered in oil. So this, like I said at the end of the last video, this type of stuff just drives me nuts. This whole subframe is covered in oil, power steering fluid from when I had a power steering leak. Little chips in the paint everywhere. It's gonna drive me nuts. I got plenty of paint. I still have like a half gallon of paint. So I am going to mix some up and probably do some touch up after this gets cleaned, degreased, and dried. And I'm going to clean up this a little bit more, because I added some things since the engine was out. If you remember when I first put the engine in, this was spotless. Everything was nice, organized, zip tied, tucked, and now it's kind of just a spaghetti mess over here, and that's going to drive me nuts. Plus, I also need to hook the boost solenoid up to the ECU, which from what I can understand, I'm gonna look into it some more. I'm pretty sure I can just plug into this wire over here, and then I gotta find a signal ground, which is, I got one there and I got one over here. Should just be able to run these lines from the boost solenoid straight up to there and be good. I just want to wipe up the majority of this with like a dry towel, because I don't want to be hosing off a bunch of oil. Dude, this is ridiculous. I actually might take this front subframe out and repaint it. I'll hose it off and see what it looks like, but it's not like I won't have time to take this out, sand down, and paint it. Oh yeah, the other day I didn't record any of it, but I took off all my intercooler piping that was in the way. So when I hose this out, I don't have to worry about water getting in there and filling up the intercoolers. Yeah, I'm not gonna wipe that. Anything that's painted, I'm gonna hose off first. I don't wanna sit here and just rub shit into it, you know. This is a ground. I got all really nice grounds. I never ended up replacing those. So I can do that while I'm in here. I don't really know what I've been doing, to be honest with you guys. I'm out of it, man. I'm so demotivated. I need to just walk away from it, like a couple of you guys have said. A few of you guys have said, you know, just take a couple weeks away from it, because it's just getting to the point where it's just overwhelming, the amount of mistakes. It's not even mistakes that I made is what's horrible. I'm going to get this on the ground, push it out. Probably put some Power Purple in a foam cannon. At least soak this side. This side doesn't really need clean, but I'm going to. I don't want to have to worry about getting wires and everything wet, so I don't know. I'll make sure all the clips are hanging down so no water gets in the clips and sits. And I might put a bag over the fuel lines. These are completely dried and emptied now, so if I just leave these hanging down like that, it should be good. No water should get in there, and if it does, it should fall out. This is going to be a depressing, me complaining video, probably. Just not in a very good mood about the whole situation, and then sitting here trying to figure out where it's going to go. And you call people, and you wait on hold, and you like wait a day for someone to call you back, and then there's like, yeah, we can't do that, or we're way too busy, we won't be able to get to that. I had one guy tell me he wouldn't be able to get to it this year. Gotta push it back, move the lift a little bit. Oh, it's really light. What's shocker? Oh, you know what, dude? The drive shaft's gonna turn. Alright, I gotta wash this drive shaft, because he's got it up there with some tie wire. It's gonna want to spin. It just sucks that I put all this work into it, and it's all messed up. If you've been here for a while, you guys remember how perfect in every little detail I was, and then it kind of all just went out the window about 3 months ago, trying to get a thing running. Alright, let me get the pressure washer, gonna throw some Power Purple in a foam cannon, and pretty much foam this thing up with some degreaser. Hopefully this works, because the other day, I put Power Purple in the foam cannon to do the truck, And the first batch that I made to do one half of the truck made the whole truck covered in foam. And then for some reason I made another batch and I couldn't get the foam can to work again. So I don't know if my foam can's broke, if I did something. We'll see what's going on. I've had this foam can forever. There's really nothing to it. I don't understand why it would stop working. Unless like I suck something up in there. Alright, I don't know. I think I just had like dirt or something clogged in there because it finally started working. Alright, I think that's enough power purple. Nice soak for a couple minutes. I'll probably hit it with some regular soap, start rinsing it off. Alright boys, if you actually made it this far in the video, it's been about an hour and a half of us trying to get a picture for the thumbnail. Trying to get the perfect foam thumbnail picture. But yeah, it's been soaking. We've actually washed this thing down, I don't know, 15 times with foam, trying to get the picture. So I'm gonna wipe it down, get the majority of the grease off, and then hose it down. Alright, I'm just gonna finish wiping the car down. I mean, I'm pretty sure every single one of you guys know how to wash a car, or I've seen a car washed 10,000 times. I gotta get this side and the back. I'll bring it back. I was really just worried about all the oil and grease in the engine bay. Alright, I'm gonna hit the engine bay with a chamois, just because I don't want a bunch of watermarks and hard spots that I won't be able to get later on. I don't really care about the car. It's gonna get painted. I don't want like a bunch of water spots down there and I won't be able to get to them easy once the engine's back in. If the engine ever goes back in. This might just be like a nice roller forever, you know? Can make it like a SEMA car. What could be. What are those called? Can't even think about what they're called. What are they called when like a auto manufacturer would like make a car saying what we could do? Prototype. They call it something else for cars though, don't they? Alright, there we go. Looks 10,000 times better than it did. So that's a plus. Now I like kind of don't want to bring it back inside because the floor's out dirty. Yeah, I still gotta rinse off the wheels. I got the wheels soaking in acid. Try and clean these wheels up. I got these wheels from RX Spec Ryan. These are Evo 10 wheels, if you didn't know. And they were trashed. If you guys know who RX Spec Ryan is, go bug him. Because he said he was going to start uploading every Sunday. He did it for about 5 weeks and he quit again. So go get on him about that. Dude, this fresh paint looks sick. This thing is horrible. Still got soap up here. Did a horrible job cleaning. I'm so like beaten down. Like I don't even care about it. Depressing. If the cans weren't put in backwards and everything was done right, this would have been on the road 8 months ago, 6 months ago for sure, right? Whenever I first started it, and go back, see which video that is. Something like first startup or something. Whenever I first started it and it was way out of time, it shouldn't have been out of time. Should have started up and I should have been driving it that day. Everything was right, except for the cans being wrong. Nice chip out of there. That sucks. That's from the cable coming snapping back and hitting it. I took it off, came back, snapped and hit it. Alright, I'm gonna finish wiping this down. I'll bring it back. Might as well rinse off the S14, get all the lease off while I'm out here. Any of you guys know what wheels these are to? There's a little Easter egg. I don't know what I can give you. Whoever guesses the wheels right, I'll pin your comment, I guess, if you care about that. Alright, let's get all this lease off. This is disgusting too. Project that never started, probably never will start. Oh man, if you guys really want this car, make me a legit offer. Runs, it dries. It's the cleanest car I've ever seen underneath. The paint is completely faded, dents everywhere, scratches. It needs a full respray. Needs a sunroof delete or a new seal. I was gonna do a sunroof delete, use buy a piece of like fiberglass that pops in there. But it's a Florida car. There's like no rust anywhere. I'll throw some pictures up. Underneath it, it's like brand new. Still has like factory paint on it everywhere. She is a dirty mess, and I'll probably never get to it. I got the 6-liter LS, so at another engine shop. Yeah, I called them. They only do LSs and Chevy stuff, so don't tell me to send it to those guys to do the 3000 GT. I already talked to them about it. They won't do it. Alright, well there you go. Engine bay's clean. Got a quick little bath, little rinse down, little wipe. That thing got rinsed off. That is a shame. Bet you half you guys didn't even know I had this car sitting out here. Oh, it was in last week's video. So yeah, you do. Alright boys, I will probably see you in the next one.